neutral site game versus here where you know it's going to be 90% Ohio State people?
First of all, I'm looking forward to it because I think in the neutral site you're probably getting a lot less fans, you know, and it's just kind of like we had fans from all over. We had Oklahoma fans in Atlanta, so they're not necessarily pumped for the game that's happening behind you. But you know that tomorrow at 9 a.m., probably at 6 a.m., people are going to be out there camped out because they want to have like great seats, and you're going to get that student crowd. You know it's going to be young and really lively, and it'll be my first time seeing it firsthand. So I'm excited to see that type of crowd.
Did you get a chance to look at any of the footage from last year to see how big it is, and are you anticipating something similar to that?
Oh yeah, for sure. I've seen it. I've seen Game Day at a lot of places. I mean, like Fargo, Columbus. It doesn't matter where they go. Like the crowd is drawn. It's going to be huge. It doesn't matter what happens with the weather. It doesn't matter if it's a small or big time game. Like I think that show brings out a crowd.
What about the game itself? What are kind of your thoughts on the two teams in this matchup? You know, two kind of blue bloods of college football.
I know, two tradition-rich schools that obviously both have a lot to prove as far as like they're both trying to make it to a college football playoff. There's so much at stake in this matchup. I think what everyone's going to be looking at is the trenches, the defensive line of Ohio State, who I was able to hang out with in practice yesterday. They're a group of guys that, first of all, believes that they are great and wants to be challenged. And I think that Oklahoma's offensive line is one to do that because they're coming in, everyone's talking about, well, maybe this is one of the best O-lines. Maybe they're going against one of the best defensive lines. So that'll be a fun battle in the trenches. And then, of course, Baker Mayfield. And the D-line said they're like, we like playing against him because he's a competitor. Like, he'll chap at us, we'll get back at him, and it's like one of those fun games where you're going up against some guy who's really, really competitive. So it's going to be a fun one to watch.
Do you get the sense from the Oklahoma side of things? I know they talked about this a little bit, but the revenge factor from last year is really there.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I went to Oklahoma and just spent a little time at their walkthrough during the summer. And Baker Mayfield said it's something that we talk about all the time. Like, we're not harping on it, but we also understand that we missed some opportunities. We left some plays out there on the field, and it's a situation where we can come back and avenge a loss. And, you know, again, he's a competitor. That whole team goes as he does. So if he's the catalyst for it, and he's already thinking that, you better believe that there is a little something behind the edge that they're going to bring to the game.
And Ohio State obviously was on national TV last week, but this is their first big-time game since Clemson last year. Something to prove? Do you get that sense?
I get the sense that they just want to build rhythm. I think they believe in what they're doing. They believe that JT Barrett can throw the deep ball. They just want him to let it rip. You know what I mean? And we were talking to Kevin Wilson, their offensive coordinator, and it's about getting everyone in a rhythm early. I think they've got a good piece with JK right now, the way that the freshman running back is playing, and that's going to build a lot of confidence with JT Barrett. And also in talking to Barrett after practice, like, it's a kid who's so calm. He's dealt with critiques his entire career, and he shrugs it off. Like, it's kind of amazing when you think about it. I mean, he probably gets it more than the governor here. He has to deal with a lot of critiques, but he's handled it and he's mature about it.
When you're around these coaches and the players, do you ever have anyone be like, it's really cool that we're going to be on game day, you know?
No, because they get it all the time, especially in Ohio State, but they love it. Like, they're excited about it just as much as the next person. I believe it gives a little bit more juice to it. If you're on the nationally televised game and you are on ABC, these kids get it. Like, you know that they get it in talking to them, and that's something that doesn't fly under the radar for them.
All right, sounds good.